The Prosecutor has quickly risen to the top of the auto rifle meta, but what if I told you that most people are using the wrong roll? Yes, there's been countless videos covering the Prosecutor and most of them recommend target lock, but I don't think you're actually going to receive much benefit from it in reality. So today we're going to be covering why I don't use target lock on my Prosecutor and why I recommend you shouldn't be either, and what my overall god roll recommendation for the Prosecutor will be. And yes, don't worry, this will still take into account the final shape update where we'll be able to enhance our perks, so the roll I recommend will be future-proof. So let's get into it. The Prosecutor perk pool has some great options in both columns. Most people in that first column are going for Keep Away or Zen Moment, and then in that second column we have Tap the Trigger, Golden Tricorn, and Target Lock. Keep Away provides 10 more range and improves accuracy on successive shots, and whilst 10 range is nice, the Origin trait crossing over provides 10 range at the top of the magazine. So with a high range roll Prosecutor, you're not going to see the maximum benefit of the perk all the time. The reduction in accuracy cone growth is nice and some people do swear by it, but I didn't find it anywhere near as game changing as Zen Moment. Zen Moment for MNK players, but especially for my controller brethren, is an S tier perk. For each hit you receive a stack of the perk up to a maximum of 5 stacks, and each stack provides flinch resistance, a reduction in visual weapon shake, and a reduction in reticle bounce. And my god, after the first couple of hits, a couple of the stacks of the perk is enough to make the gun feel like an absolute laser beam. So undoubtedly Zen Moment is the play for column 1, and that comes to no surprise for most of you guys. But what about the second column? Most people have gone for Target Lock, and with Target Lock not being nerfed on auto rifles but only on SMGs this update, you can see why. Target Lock for the Prosecutor kicks in on that 6th and 7th bullet and raises the damage from 36 on a headshot to 40. But Target Lock doesn't actually shift the TTK in a lot of scenarios, and against tier 10 Guardians, which Titans are running, and a lot of Warlocks are now running, it doesn't do anything at all. So typically Prosecutor takes 6 headshots and 1 body to kill a Guardian from tier 3 Resilience to tier 10. With Target Lock, as you can see, it still takes 6 headshots and 1 body to kill a Guardian with 10 Resilience. Target Lock doesn't even make that situation more forgiving. Against tier 9 to tier 6 Guardians, it's still a 7 bullet kill, albeit 1 body shot more forgiving. And against tier 5 or below Guardians, so primarily Hunters running low Resilience, it's a 6 headshot kill for 0.67 seconds. I just don't see that many top PvP players running low Resilience. Titans have always ran 10 Resilience. Warlocks are starting to run higher Resilience as that's the next best stat after recovery for them. And with the new sandbox being a primary focus meta, you're going to be seeing more and more Hunters running higher Resilience levels as it matters more. Even with enhanced Target Lock and the 2% more damage it provides, in final shape when we're able to upgrade our Prosecutors, most of these thresholds, especially the higher Resilience thresholds, don't change. So even in final shape, you won't see as much of a benefit in my eyes with Target Lock. The other 2 options in the column that are viable for PvP are Tap the Trigger and Golden Tricorn. Now Tap the Trigger is a great option usually, but not on this weapon. When you have a Zen Moment roll, Tap the Trigger is pure overkill. You absolutely do not need the increased stability and reduction in recoil provided by Tap the Trigger if you have Zen Moment. So we're left with Golden Tricorn, and Golden Tricorn I usually avoid because it's not a benefit now, it's a benefit later perk. Golden Tricorn times 1 gives you an instant 15% damage buff for 7 seconds after killing an enemy with Prosecutor. Now 15% does make a difference to the TTK at all Resilience levels. At 9 or 10 Resilience, you'll be able to achieve the 6 headshot kill in just 0.67 seconds. And against tier 8 or below, you'll be able to achieve that 0.67 second TTK with just 5 headshots and 1 body. Golden Tricorn has allowed me to absolutely obliterate the second person with even half health in a lot of scenarios, whereas Target Lock barely made a difference on that first kill in a lot of scenarios. Let's not even start on Golden Tricorn times 2, which gives you a 50% damage buff after a melee or grenade kill, allowing you to hit over 50 per headshot and kill any Resilience Guardian in just 0.53 seconds. So if your build even remotely focuses on grenade or melee kills, you have even more reason to run Golden Tricorn. Let's quickly cover Recoil Direction, because with deterministic recoil in play, you can't just whack your recoil direction to 100 and expect vertical recoil all the time anymore. There's 2 numbers to avoid with this gun in terms of recoil direction, 79 and 84. The base recoil direction 69 causes the gun to initially veer right and then it does correct towards the center, so that's usable in my eyes. With 79, however, so something like chambered compensator or extended barrel by themselves, it's going to make the gun veer diagonally right with no correction towards the center. That's an absolute no-no when you're trying to control the recoil of a gun. 84 with just counterbalance also has a similar story, which veers diagonally right, but it is a bit better than 79 in my experience. But 94 or 100, so a barrel with counterbalance, and the gun is again going to start correcting to the center again, but it does that correction faster than just the base 69 recoil direction. So these are the best recoil patterns in my eyes, 94 or 100. Yeah, the summary is avoid just using a counterbalance mod or just using chambered compensator or extended barrel. Use the base recoil or use both a counterbalance mod with a barrel that provides recoil direction for the best effects. So with that, here's my finalized god roll. Hammerforged rifling, ricochet rounds, Zen moment, golden tricorn, range masterwork, and a targeting adjuster mod. This lets you hit 95 range with the origin trait, which is over 36 meters before damage fall off. You have a usable recoil pattern. Zen moment makes the gun an absolute laser beam, and then golden tricorn lets you go on some crazy streaks and win 1v2s and 1v3s you had no business winning. I know target lock is an absolute fan favorite for 3v3 game modes where you want consistency, and if I can't convince you to take it off there, then you should at least try golden tricorn in 6s where it actually dominates, and it's some of the most fun I've ever had. If you enjoyed what I talked about today, remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Destiny videos, both PvP and PvE. I'm Mr. Ronit, and that's it for today. Peace out, guys.